Well, good evening and welcome to the 40th Annual Pharmacy Banquet of the Idaho State University College of Pharmacy. My name is Walter Fitzgerald, and I have the privilege of serving as Dean of the college. Thank you to all of you for attending, our students, family members, and friends of the graduates. Faculty, staff, honorees, and special guests all are welcome. We are here for a very special purpose this evening, and that is to honor our 2020 graduates and award recipients. We have the pleasure of honoring our students from all three campus locations, Anchorage, Alaska, and Meridian and Pocatello, Idaho. When you entered the Idaho State University College of Pharmacy in August 2016, I feel certain you never imagined this event would be in an electronic forum, communicating via a computer rather than in person in a room that would be filled with hugs, tears, and laughter, in a room filled with loved ones who looked upon you with great pride, and where you looked at each other and exclaimed, "We did it!" We are in a unique circumstance currently, and this is a difficult time in our nation and world. But we would be remiss if we did not conduct an event to honor your individual and collective accomplishments. And your accomplishments have been many. But above all, over the last 4 years, you have successfully demonstrated your knowledge and your skill, and thus your competency to enter the practice of pharmacy. Unlike past graduates, it is worth noting that you have been afforded the opportunity to demonstrate resilience in the midst of crisis. My sincerest appreciation for how you have responded to the challenge of COVID-19 and overcome the disruption to your academic and personal lives. Let me take a moment now to acknowledge a few special guests that we have with us this evening. Rex Force, Senior Vice Provost and Vice President for Health Sciences. Chris Owens, Associate Vice President for Health Science and a 2002 alumnus. Nikki Chopsky, Executive Director of the Idaho State Board of Pharmacy and a 1997 alumna. Marilyn Silcock, a 1975 alumna. And Michelle Hart, a 2015 alumna. If there are any other alumni in the audience that we have missed, thank you for joining us this evening. I think it is also appropriate for us to recognize the ISU College of Pharmacy faculty and staff. These are the people who do so much and have done so much while you've been with us to teach, support, and inspire our students, and who have done their part to see that you have successfully made it to here today. A big thank you to our faculty and staff. And now a special note about our inaugural graduating class in Anchorage. The word that best describes the members of this class is pioneers. To be sure, you pioneered the way for those who will follow. And while your pioneering is not that of the great explorers who crossed the vast oceans or the astronauts who first stepped foot on the moon, to us, your accomplishment is no less significant. At this time, I am pleased to call upon Dr. Tom Wadsworth, Assistant Dean for Alaska Programs, and the driving force in establishing our Anchorage campus, for his comments on the graduation of this inaugural class. Dr. Wadsworth.
There we go. Hey, congratulations, everyone. I just have a few minutes that's been afforded for this, and I'm honored that I could be with you and share these things with you. I wanted to show you something that should look familiar on your very first day at P1 orientation. I hope you remember, we did a compass talk, and we talked about your journey that you were entering at that time. And I told you a story of my brother, who's a social worker, a clinical social worker. He likes to say, We're not human beings, but rather we're human becomings. They're always becoming something. And today is that day. You have changed. Officially, you have changed. Those changes have been small, much like the sun crossing over the horizon. When you just watch the sun, it almost looks like it's stationary. But if you go and come back, and at the end of the day, you can see that it's moved across the sky. And you have moved. You are now colleagues. You are doctors. You are pharmacists. You have changed. And you're at the summit of your journey here. And it's been an honor to be a part of that. The 6 students that you see here, these Alaskan students, were pioneers through this journey. They were the first permanent pharmacy students on what we call the last frontier. And everything we did here was for the first time. They were there in the very beginnings where we didn't even have the right type of coats for them to wear. You can tell. They were there during the construction. They were our first photo ops. They were there at the welcoming of the governor from the state of Alaska. They were the first students to do have a white coat ceremony in Alaska. The first to have a picnic, that pharmacy picnic that we all are going to miss this year. They were the first to line drive a foosball into my chest, as Hannah Fell did here after she confessed that she was not an athlete and then proved otherwise. They were the first to provide student outreach programs that had never been delivered in Alaska. You can see them here doing those things. The first to travel to remote, rural, and frontier areas of the state as a team, part of an interdisciplinary team at the Prince William Sound Traveling Health Fair. The first Rho Chi members in Alaska. The first Phi Lambda Sigma. The first pharmacy fair. Look at, that's our pharmacy fair, right? The very first, a small group. They were our ambassadors, welcoming our visitors and helping us understand what it means to have an academic center for the profession in the state. They visited Juneau for the first time. There they are on the steps of the Capitol, in the steps of the halls of the legislators, welcoming with applause. They were the first to visit our state capitol and represent Alaska as Alaska's pharmacy students. The first to really go and create a culture and lasting culture that will long be remembered. And they were the first to establish those fun things that we do as students. And so, having arrived at our destination, changed, these are the first pharmacists trained in Alaska. And what an honor and a privilege it has been to be a part of that long journey. Now, we'd be remiss if I didn't show this. As the story goes, when a farmer plows his field, he always has to make sure he looks out for turtles. Even with this heavy machinery, if he were to run over a turtle, its hard shell could dull or even break his equipment. So when a farmer comes across a turtle in his field, rather than run him over, he will pick him up and carry him to the top of the nearest fence post. If the farmer positions that turtle just so correctly, that turtle won't be able to get off that post, and the farmer can continue with his work. Now, aside from animal cruelty, this story has a lesson. The point is that if you ever see a turtle on top of a fence post, you know one thing is for sure: he didn't get there by himself. And so I want to recognize the other students in the class of 2020. Those special efforts and the contributions that you made to the heritage of the College of Pharmacy. I know that you made sacrifices with time zone changes, including a third state, mentoring students who had never done any of this stuff before and sometimes had some pretty crazy questions, right? The technology issues and the support. Also the faculty and staff that are here now. We have with us Christina Jackson, who's been here from the very beginning, that shepherded this along. But Chris leaned on those people in Idaho to help get us there. It's been an amazing journey. And so I think this is a good representation of these students. And so as the years mount one upon another and the pressures of change transform the face of the past, and what was once vividly real as new will become blurred and faded, the new becomes a commonplace. The innovative becomes the tradition. The revolutionary becomes practices. That which startled soon comes to be expected. And that which angered is accepted, and that which shocked is embraced. And so it is with the introduction of pharmacy education in the state of Alaska and the graduating class of 2020. And so I give a proverbial toast to the largest state in the land and the last state of the union to establish a doctor of pharmacy program, and a toast to the class of 2020, of which all future generations of Alaska pharmacists will recognize as the beginning. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Wadsworth. We now proudly turn to highlight the 100-year history of the College of Pharmacy. 100 years, wow. A century of providing pharmacy education in the state of Idaho. A century of innovation, determination, and of excellence. Although I did not have the honor of knowing Eugene Leonard, I am humbled to have been given the privilege of carrying on his legacy. Every time I pass his photo hanging in the hallway in Leonard Hall, every time I visit with our students in Meridian, and every time I share the stories of our student outreach projects in Anchorage, I am reminded of this responsibility. The last 100 years have been presented numerous challenges, but just like our graduating class, I am proud of our faculty and staff who have conquered those challenges over the last century. From our humble beginnings in 1920 with 3 students, today we have grown our program across 3 campuses, and here we are tonight celebrating the accomplishments of 79 graduating students in our centennial class of 2020. Wow, a lot has changed in 100 years. What will the next 100 years bring? The answer to this question, of course, cannot be fully known. But with current dynamics in healthcare and pharmacy, the coming century will be greatly influenced by what we do over the next few years. The exciting news is that Idaho and the College of Pharmacy are positioned to be very influential. Paving the roads to be traveled in the next 100 years requires the work of many. Identifying more ways to pave this road and other roads to be built is an opportunity the college enthusiastically accepts. It is hoped that in 2120, our profession will observe that what we collectively set in motion in 2020 has been a major force in shaping pharmacy in the 22nd century. I hope you will now enjoy this short video that highlights our story.
We're extremely proud to be celebrating 100 years of excellence in pharmacy education. We celebrate all of those individuals who over that 100-year period made this a great college of pharmacy. Idaho State University feels a deep sense of pride in its role over the last 100 years of preparing student pharmacists to be pharmacists and achieve the high calling of our profession.
100 years means something. Whenever I tell someone that I graduated from ISU, they always hold that in high regard.
It's just really impressive that ISU stood its ground and continues to maintain about 100% enrollment, whereas in other parts of the country, they're struggling to get 50%. It says a lot for ISU.
When I applied for Idaho State, it was just, come, we want you.
They must have liked him better if they had open arms, whereas I wasn't sure if I was going to get in.
Sometimes with a long history, you can become inflexible. Even though we have a 100-year history, we are able to quickly adapt to change in our profession, change in healthcare.
In '93, when I was in school, they said, clinical's where it's at, retail is dead. But I think there's a nice union of those two aspects that's really starting to develop.
With things that are changing in healthcare today, new opportunities are evolving so that we can continue to have great careers as pharmacists.
So in the last 2 years, we've seen opportunities for pharmacists to prescribe for a variety of minor limiting conditions, urinary tract infections, strep and flu.
Being a pharmacist in Idaho is nationwide one of the best places to be.
I don't know of anything else I could have done that have given me more pleasure and enjoyment and satisfaction than pharmacy.
It is now my pleasure and honor to call on Rex Force, Senior Vice Provost and Vice President of the Kosiska Division of Health Sciences, for his comments on the Centennial Celebration. Rex, himself a pharmacist, has been a part of our college for over 25 years. Welcome, Rex.
Thank you very much. Good evening, and thank you all for being here. I'm sorry that we're not able to enjoy tonight together and in person. First of all, I'd like to thank you all, students, your staff, your faculty, for your flexibility and dedication during these difficult times. As the 2019-2020 school year comes to a close, the ISU College of Pharmacy has much to reflect on and celebrate. As you all know, this year, the College of Pharmacy celebrates our 100th year of preparing pharmacists, and that we established our first dean, Eugene Leonard, in 1920. Throughout the decades, we've overcome adversities and faced challenges, all while proving time after time to be well ahead of other pharmacy schools in the nation in terms of curriculum, accreditation, advocacy, and the advancement of practice. From having the most progressive pharmacy practice in the nation to being trailblazers in telepharmacy, we, and I mean students, your staff, your faculty, have been right in the middle of it. And I'm proud to have been a part of this legacy for the last 27 years. At the beginning of our journey, we had just 3 students in the program, as Dean Fitzgerald has just mentioned. Here today, a century later, we have 79 graduates. 6 of you are the first to receive your diplomas as graduates of the University of Alaska Anchorage, Idaho State University Doctor of Pharmacy program. Very early on, the college was making a name for itself. Still called Idaho Technical Institute, our program was recognized nationwide and was an approved program by state boards of pharmacy. The program changed as the times did, constantly improving and altering the program to adhere to national standards. Our enrollment grew steadily even in times of adversity, such as the Great Depression, and our enrollment jumped from 36 to 133 students in a single decade. Students today would be shocked to hear that tuition cost a whopping $30 in the 1930s. The college was housed in a number of buildings on campus until 1942, when Leonard Hall was built and completed, where a campus in Pocatello, where our college still resides today. In 2009, we saw the addition of the ISU Meridian site, although we had faculty and students completing portions of their training for a long time before that. We're the only pharmacy program offered in the entire state of Idaho, and now in Meridian and Pocatello, as well as Anchorage. A few years later, we were ready to expand again, and this Anchorage expansion occurred in 2011, set forth from a partnership with the University of Alaska, Anchorage, and ISU in order to bring the Doctor of Pharmacy program to that state. And as you heard from Dr. Wadsworth, really one of the last frontiers of pharmacy education in the nation. In 2016, the first class that would graduate from the Alaska site began their journey, and I was there with you as the governor of Alaska christened the program. I remember that night well. And we celebrate U6 today as the first graduating class of the UAA ISU program. This is such a significant and historical achievement. We all honor that and cherish it. In closing, I'd like to echo the sentiment of Dean Fitzgerald. Particularly during this unusual time, you, our students, have shown the fortitude and capabilities necessary to not only complete your pharmacy education, but you go into the world, you'll make substantial impacts in the lives of your patients. You're an absolutely critical part of the healthcare team and will continue to see success both for yourselves and in the care of your patients. We want to recognize each one of you for your hard work, determination, and resilience, especially in these last few months of uncertainty. I have no doubt that we have prepared bright, optimistic, committed, caring individuals who will make a difference within your communities. Thank you again, and congratulations to you all on your achievement. Thank you.
Thank you, Rex, for those wonderful comments about our centennial celebration this year. Great job. Let me also take this opportunity to invite everyone to attend our Centennial Gala. We will have a day filled of many things on September the 11th of this year, including the dedication of the Centennial Patio just off of the quad outside of the pharmacy building. We also will have a time capsule associated with that dedication of the patio. And that evening, we are going to have a Roaring 20s themed dinner and gala at the pond in the ballroom. And so we hope that as many of our students that are graduating tonight, our alumni, and I know our faculty and staff will be there in full support of your return to campus in Pocatello for that. So we invite students from all of our campus locations to come to Pocatello September the 11th and share in our celebration of our 100th birthday. I would now like to announce our Professional Achievement Award nominee for this year, Nikki Chopsky. The Professional Achievement Award is the most prestigious award that ISU provides to its alumni. To be selected, the individual or individuals chosen must have been out of school for at least 10 years and must have excelled in their chosen field through attainment of significant success and notable accomplishments. By making important contributions to their profession, they must have demonstrated community and civic involvement above and beyond that associated with ISU. Nikki absolutely fits these criteria. Dr. Nikki Chopsky is the executive director of the Idaho State Board of Pharmacy. She was raised and educated in Pocatello. Nikki earned her Doctor of Pharmacy degree in 1997 from ISU. She is a certified geriatric pharmacist and completed the Purdue University College of Pharmacy's program in nuclear pharmacy in 2006. She previously served as hospital pharmacist at Portneuf Medical Center in Pocatello and served as a board member for the Idaho State Board of Pharmacy for 12 years. Nikki believes that it is through leadership and involvement of the individual pharmacist that the profession of pharmacy will continue to advance and succeed, which is demonstrated by her involvement in multiple professional organizations at the local, state, and national level, including her membership on our Dean's Advisory Council. Due to the positive and lasting impact that Nikki has had on the pharmacy profession in the state of Idaho, We celebrate her as the ISU College of Pharmacy 2020 Professional Achievement Award honoree. Nikki now has a few words that she would like to share with us. Welcome, Nikki, and congratulations.
I have to unmute myself. Okay, can you hear me now? I just want to thank the Dean and the College of Pharmacy. Look at this beautiful plaque that I have. Thank you. Thank you very much. I want you to know that it's both humbling and unexpected. I feel like I've been lucky. I've always known that I wanted to be a pharmacist. Okay, maybe not always. When I was 6 years old, I thought I wanted to be a truck driver, Miss America, and a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader all at the same time. My journey into pharmacy began shortly thereafter when I worked my way through elementary school. I thank my parents, who are both on the call today, for the opportunity they afforded me to attend a small private Catholic grade school. While I didn't learn about pharmacy at that school, I learned the value of hard work and how to study. My dreams were encouraged and the teachings of my faith were reinforced on a regular basis. The small class size allowed for additional attention from my teachers, and they both challenged me and assisted me over many hurdles. One such hurdle I remember was, what does the sound X make? And as a 7-year-old, that was a very complicated question. Another was learning to spell the word rhythm, which to this day, I'm still grateful for spell check because I'm never sure I still have it right. As an adult and in reflection, my experience at that little school taught me about opportunities. Following grade school, I transitioned to public middle school. I remember specifically there were only 3 of us in my graduating 6th grade class that were attending the same middle school. Essentially, I knew no one in the school. It was here that I met many new friends and they would challenge me and we would compete together for not only scholastic achievement, but involvement in extracurricular activities. Some of these friends made so long ago remain my friends today, and believe it or not, we're all in the healthcare fields. It was here that I got my first glance of chemistry and biology, and I was enamored. I found them interesting, and that's when I started to get serious about this question of what do you want to do when you grow up? By the end of 8th grade, I knew I wanted to be a pharmaceutical chemist, and off to high school I went. Much like junior high, I did well academically and I maintained quite a social life. In the few short years that passed seemingly so quickly, I tweaked my plan ever so slightly. It turned out that I loved anatomy and physiology, and while chemistry was cool, it clarified for me that I was probably not a good fit for working in a laboratory. While designing drugs fascinated me, I realized I wanted to help people face to face. I met with the high school counselor and came home and talked to my parents. My mom said, you know, that's what Rhonda does, right? She's a pharmacist. Well, Rhonda's parents were friends with my parents, and I went back to the counselors at the office and asked a few more questions about Idaho State University's College of Pharmacy program. My next steps were filling out applications and scholarship forms. As you reflect back on your college, that probably doesn't seem like it was oh so long ago, and hopefully those scholarships came through. I'm sure some of you have plenty of student debt like I did as well. I applied to 3 to 5 schools and was pleased to learn that ISU accepted me, and the College of Pharmacy offered me a Kosiska Health Science Scholarship. What an opportunity. I was on my way. The next 6 years, probably like the past 6 years for you, were a blur of what felt like blood, sweat, and tears. Then in May of '97, I emerged a pharmacist with a Doctor of Pharmacy degree. Okay, so now what? Admittedly, as a high schooler, one of the appeals of pharmacy school was it didn't require a master's thesis or defending a dissertation. And unlike my competitive cousin who obtained a BS in business, I knew exactly where I would work. I would work in a pharmacy. But I could have never imagined the pharmacies my path would wind through and the strong community that I would meet along the way. Of course, there were many along the way who helped me on my journey. Some served as trainers, others as mentors and coaches, and yet others as developers or peers. Pharmacists like Bob Newsom, alumni of Idaho State University, who I worked with in my first pharmacy job as a student. I appreciate him. His practical approach to pharmacy and life gave me many valuable lessons to which I still use today. Thank you, Bob, for your advice. And I left working with Bob to go on rotations. On rotations, I was the second student to have the opportunity to do a rotation with the Idaho Board of Pharmacy in law. It was there that I first met Marion Bowen, also a fellow Bengal, class of '52, I think, a pioneer and trailblazer in her time. She was one of the first women I ever thought, when I grow up, I want to be like Marion Bowen. Thank you, Marion, for your inspiration. After graduation, I took a job in long-term care. It was a short-lived engagement, and I found myself in need of a job. That's when I met Marilyn Silcock, the director of pharmacy at Bannock Regional Medical Center and a member of the Idaho Board of Pharmacy, also an alumni of Idaho State University. Marilyn was driven. She was a leader, and she gave me a chance. I started there working every other weekend, 12-hour shifts, and while I continued to work full-time in geriatrics and long-term care like Marilyn was a role model and a mentor. She served as a coach, and at times we worked together. She served as a coach at times, meaning pruning me along, and we worked together for many years. We helped each other through a number of professional and life transitions along the way. Thank you, Marilyn, for your mentorship and your friendship. I had crossed paths with Kathy Heineman Cashmore along the way as well, alumni of our university, professor at the College of Pharmacy, associate dean, now emeritus professor, and the best business partner I could ask for. It was Kathy's big idea to get involved in nuclear pharmacy. I didn't even know what it was. I told her, you should chase your dreams. Little did I know she would come back and say, you want to do this with me? It was her fearless tenacity and a pinky promise that brought me to the opportunity of nuclear pharmacy and independent pharmacy ownership. Thank you, Kathy. Tony Cantrell, alumni, peer, friend, and sister from another mother. She and others have been by my side to cheer me on and help me along, and I've tried to do the same for her. Lastly, I want to recognize Alex Adams. While not a Bengal himself, he has a strong tie to the university, as his missus is Dr. Jennifer Adams, Associate Dean at the College of Pharmacy. At the time I met Alex, I had been a member of the Board of Pharmacy for 8 years, and while we were continuing the tradition of making headway on new ideas in Idaho, Alex took it to a whole new level. As board chair, I had the opportunity to be a part of changing the way pharmacy is regulated in Idaho. I had a front row seat in seeing independent prescriptive authority come to life, and these are changes in our profession that we now look to you as new graduates to engage in, implement, and improve upon. Well, what's the bottom line to all of this rambling? Just a few key points. Choosing to become a pharmacist is hands down the best decision I've made in my life, and I hope new graduates will feel the same way 20 plus years down the road. A central theme through all of this is Idaho State University. Not only did the university and the College of Pharmacy directly affect my life, but also so many of those who have influenced and encouraged me along the way. They are also products of this school and have very close ties to it. Lastly, be open to these opportunities that come your way and be ready to accept them when they arrive. Exploit them to the maximum level that you can. Continue to learn and grow. Be grateful to those who provided you the opportunities and support along the way, and remember to help those who follow in your footsteps. Thank you again, Idaho State University and the College of Pharmacy, for recognizing my professional achievement.
Thank you, Dr. Chopsky, for a wonderful inspirational message. And I'd like to now turn to the next portion of our program and hand over that portion of this celebration to the P4 class presidents to make a few remarks for their class. Please welcome Anchorage class president, Tiffany Ma, Meridian class president, Teresa Dang, and Pocatello class president, Ryan Alsop.
I guess I can say something as the video loads. He's loading up the video. Can I ask just generally, I love the chat feature and I'm glad Rex chatted because it reminded me, but I was gonna encourage people to chat as the video is going. If you see a classmate and you're like, oh my gosh, so-and-so, chat them out, chat their name. It might get a little distracting, and if it does, that's okay, we can watch this again, but I thought it might bring more of a social aspect to it. So I've got my group chat up. It is covering the screen, but if you want to do that, go for it. But basically this, we put everything into the video, the speeches included. So without further ado, we can just go into that and have some fun, you guys.
Good evening, my fellow doctors. That's right, it feels good to say it. We are now doctors of pharmacy. You completed the PharmD curriculum and should be proud. We've endured 4 long years of hard work and countless hours of studying to be gathered here today, virtually. And given that we're masters of meeting virtually, a little global pandemic isn't going to stop us now. I want to congratulate each and every one of you on this incredible milestone in your life. You did it. Thank you for completing this journey with me and being the best classmates an old lady, well, non-traditional student could ask for. I could not have done it without the kindness and support of you and our faculty. And as we close this chapter in our lives and begin our journeys as practicing pharmacists, I'd like to leave you with the words of Ursula K. Le Guin. It is good to have an end to journey towards, but it's the journey that matters in the end. Good luck, and I'll miss you all.
Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be a friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride if I have things you need to borrow, for no one can fill those of your needs that you won't let show. So just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'd understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. So just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. If there is a load you have to bear that you can't carry, I'm right up the road. I'll share your load if you just call me.
The days come easy and the moments pass slow, and each road leads you where you wanna go. And if you're faced with a choice and you have to choose, I hope you choose the one that means the most to you. And if one door opens to another door closed, I hope you keep on walking till you find the window. If it's cold outside, show the world the warmth of your smile. but more than anything, more than anything, my wish for you is that this life becomes all that you want it to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish. I hope you never look back, but you never forget all the ones who love you in the place you left. I hope you always forgive and you never regret, and you help somebody every chance you get. Oh, you find God's grace in every mistake and always give more than you take, but more than anything, yeah, more than anything, my wish for you is that this life becomes all that you want it to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my my wish for you is that this life becomes all that you want it to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish. This is my wish. I hope you know somebody loves you. May all your dreams stay big. Hold on to me as we go, as we roll down this unfamiliar road. And although this wave is stringing us along, just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home. Settle down, it'll all be clear. Don't pay no mind to the demons, they fill you with fear. The trouble it might drag you down. You get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your
Hello, my class of 2020. We finally made it and we're finally here. When I first sat down to write the speech, I'll admit, it was harder than writing a soap note. Why? Because how was I supposed to condense 4 years of hard work, all the obstacles we had to overcome, who knows how many study hours we had to put in, and all the memories, the good and sometimes the not so good. But as I reflect back on our humbling journey, I think about all the memories that we had made together, and the ones that stood out to me the most were involved with laughter. Now don't get me wrong, there were plenty of breakdowns, sometimes alone or sometimes collaboratively. There were many sleepless nights, and there were lots of days where we weren't sure if we were going to make it. But our class always found the positive side of things, of using humor to get us through the hard times. Who knows how many drugs we have studied within these last 4 years, and it's not going to end there, but I still say laughter is the best medicine. The amount of stress and struggles we all endured are things we will never forget, but it will never overcome the amount of success we all have accomplished. The feelings we felt during our downfall will always be canceled out by what you felt upon completing your seminar, or when you were offered your first job or matched for a residency. I personally will always cherish our birthdays together, how we would pass birthday cards around, signing it, and then bringing homemade treats, to all the times where we had to do it virtually and posting relatable memes to express how we felt. I just still will always remember that one time where all three sites were laughing for a solid 10 minutes because the camera wouldn't focus on Dr. Wadsworth's face. It followed the back of his head throughout the whole time, no matter what way he turned. I will always be thankful for how well our class got along despite being on different sites. We came into the experience with barely knowing each other to graduating with a lot of lifelong friendships. A unique quality that our class is that we're always constantly building each other up. No matter how hard things get, we always had each other's back, and we were always holding each other's hand to make sure we got it to this very moment. As your class president, I want you to take the time to reflect all the memories you had made so far. Think about all the things you had accomplished, the people who have helped you along the way. And now I want you to look around you and see your support system, who has been there through the thick and thin. As one of your class presidents, I want you to leave upon graduation being proud of the pharmacist you're going to be. Always advocate for our profession and always be proud of it. I look forward to seeing everything that you all are going to accomplish later on, and I wish you the best of luck. Congratulations.
Give me a second, I need to get my story straight. My friends are in the bathroom getting higher than the Empire State. My lover, she's waiting for me just across the bar. My seat's been taken by some sunglasses, asking about a scar. And I know I gave it to you months ago. I know you're trying to forget, but between the drinks and subtle things, the holes in my apologies, you know, I'm trying hard to take it back. So if by the time the bar closes and you feel like falling down, I'll carry you home tonight. So No, I know that I'm not all that you got. I guess that I just thought maybe we could find new ways to fall apart. But our friends are back, so let's raise a toast. 'Cause I found someone to carry me home tonight. We are young, so let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun tonight. We are young, so let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun. Counting home tonight. Just counting home tonight. Counting home tonight. Just counting home tonight. The moon is almost high. I have no reason to run, so will someone come and carry me home tonight? The angels never arrive, but I can hear the choir. So will someone come and carry me home tonight? We are young, so let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun tonight. We are young, so let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun. So if by the time the bar closes and you feel like falling down, I'll carry you home tonight.
Won't you come see about me? I'll be alone, dancing, you know it, baby. Tell me your troubles and doubts, giving me everything inside and out. And love strange, so real in the dark. Think of the tender things that we were working on. Slow change may pull us apart. When the light gets into your heart, baby, don't you forget about me. Don't you forget about me. Will you stand above me? Look my way, never love me. Rain keeps falling down, down, down. Will you recognize me? Call my name or walk on by. Rain keeps falling down, 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 down.
Do you remember getting thrown into a dungeon full of sharp, pointy objects, listening to hours of instruction, and then afterwards being told to stab each other? Well, this is how our story began together, and considering the circumstances, I'd say it went pretty well. That was before we were even P1s. And come that first day of P1 year, we realized that we had no idea what we were doing, and if we were ever confused, we could quickly use the excuse, well, I'm just a P1. What do I know? And just when we thought we were getting the hang of things, we had our PBDA final, which quickly showed us that we had much to learn. If you got out of that with a good score, you were doing pretty well. Then we went on to P2 year, which for me was the welcome to pharmacy school year. It was the real beginning of our professional development, and I saw it in myself as well as all of our classmates when we'd counsel each other, and it was great to see people's personalities hitting the professional scene. Moving on to P3 year, suddenly we were the masters of campus. We were the know-it-alls, and we could answer the questions that the P1s had, and for the first time, P1 year felt really far away, and we were able to see just how far we had come in just a couple of short years. When P4 year hits, suddenly there's no one else to hit the mic when you get asked a question, and you have to be responsible for hitting the mic every time. We left the safety of those chairs and the walls of the classroom to take our training to real patients and make real differences in the world. Now you all understand this because you've been through it. How do you express to someone those years of hard work and dedication when they say, "Oh, you're graduating pharmacy school. That's amazing. How was it? Was it tough? Was it crazy?" Where do you begin? How do you tell someone that the desks are imbued with your sweat from long hours of lecture and long tests? How do you tell them that the carpet is soiled with your tears from pure exhaustion and hard work? And even in some cases, that your blood was spilt in that building. Talking about compounding lab for sure. Looking back, it's funny to think about the phrase, hindsight is 20/20, because for us, that was never true. 2020 was never something that we were looking back on. It was always our goal. We were looking ahead, and if only we could make it to 2020, we would be set. We would have made it. And now that it's here and we're graduating, it's only the future from here, where we're going to again take our skills into the world and not only be expected to improve patient care, but also be compensated for it, which I know a lot of us are really excited about. But through all those times of working hard that are to come, and all of the people's lives who we're going to touch and everyone we're going to come in contact with, we are going to start looking back. And I think whenever we draw upon that clinical knowledge that we've been given, it will be looking back to 2020, to this moment. And so after graduation, we join the rest of the world when we say that whenever we look back to what made us who we are, that our hindsight will always be 2020.
Thank you, faculty and staff, for everything you have done for us over the last 4 years, especially the last 4 months, and making it so we could graduate on time. It wasn't easy for us, and I'm sure it wasn't easy for you. Thank you again for all of the sacrifices you have done for our class. You guys are surely the best, and I hope to see you all again in person soon.
Hello everyone, I wish I could be here in person to tell you this, but I am so thankful for my family and the way that you have helped me over the last 4 years, particularly in helping me become a better person and a pharmacist. I hope you guys have a great summer, and thank you for all you've done.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, ISU College of Pharmacy faculty and staff. I'm so excited to be done, and I couldn't have made it here without you.
I wanted to say thank you to the College of Pharmacy staff and faculty for all your hard work, the countless hours you've poured into teaching, your patience, your guidance, sometimes your tough love, and really the passion behind what drives you as educators. You know, I have 2 boys, one in 2nd grade and one in 8th grade. And since they've transitioned into remote learning, I've become their teacher. It's not easy to say the least. So I definitely have a greater appreciation for those who do this job willingly. So thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you in all the countless hours. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I just wanted to say thank you to all of the professors and faculty members at the College of Pharmacy. You guys really opened us up to so many different opportunities, and you really helped to shape what kind of pharmacists we're going to be. So thank you for all of your hard work and all of your dedication to us.
Thank you to all our awesome faculty and staff for all the work and the love and support you've poured into us during these last 4 years.
Thank you to all the faculty and staff of the College of Pharmacy, especially OEE, for getting us all to graduate on time in the middle of a pandemic. You guys are superheroes. Thank you.
I want to say thank you to God, my family, friends, and professors that helped me get here. Thank you all.
Thank you so much for all of your support.
We cannot make it through without you. Thank you to all the staff and faculty of College of Pharmacy. Thank you.
Hey, just wanted to say thank you to everyone who helped our dreams come true. Everyone at ISU Pharmacy, we're so grateful for all of your help in the technology, helping keep the building up to date, helping us know exactly what we're supposed to be doing and keeping us on the right track. We love you all. Thank you.
Thank you for always encouraging us to accept new challenges and inspiring us to make a difference for our patients, our communities, and our profession.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just wanted to say thank you for everything you guys have done for us over the years. I know it's meant a lot to me, so thank you.
Thank you, ISU faculty, for all of your support. We wouldn't be here without you.
Thank you for all the time you've spent teaching and mentoring us.
I wish I can say this all in person and thank each and every one of you individually, but I personally want to say thank you to ISU College of Pharmacy for helping me to realize my potential and being the best support system a student can ever ask for. You've helped us in so many ways, especially during this unique time of our lives, and I couldn't be more thankful and lucky to have chosen you as my school.
Hey Pharmaly, I just wanted to take a second to give a shout out to all of the ISU College of Pharmacy faculty, administrators, and support staff who have given us all of the tools that we've needed to be successful over the past 4 years. I would also like to say a special thank you to all of the faculty who give extra of themselves and help to supervise the extracurricular organizations that have helped so many of us to develop as leaders in pharmacy. The class of 2020 couldn't have made it without all of your help, and I'm especially grateful for the time that each of you have spent helping mold me into the pharmacist that I'm about to become. Thank you.
ISU College of Pharmacy, thank you so much for everything that you've done for all of us, not just now, but the entire time we've been in school with you guys. Your everyday efforts are going to make an exponential impact on us and all of the people that we serve. Thank you so much for everything you do.
Thank you.
Hello, this is Lindsay, and I just wanted to say thank you to all of the
preceptors, and everyone at the College of Pharmacy for making the last 4 years great, and I appreciate everything that you've done for us. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for your help over the past 4 years. We really appreciate your time and dedication to all of us pharmacy students. Woo!
Thanks for teaching me and supporting me through pharmacy school.
Congratulations, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to miss all of you so much. And once again, thank you to the College of Pharmacy. Best of luck to everyone.
Well, what an incredibly moving and inspirational video. And I hope that all of you will cherish those memories for many, many years to come. I want to thank the class presidents and others who were involved in the production of the video that allowed us to see what a close-knit group the class of 2020 is. Congratulations again to each of you on your personal accomplishments. We will now begin the awards portion of our ceremony this evening, during which we will honor students who have made particularly notable achievements. So let us proceed with that important process. Dr. Brooke Buffett, our Associate Dean for Student Affairs, and Dr. Jennifer Adams, Associate Dean for Academic Affairs, will be our MCs this evening for this part of our program. Brooke?
Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. It's going to be hard to pick up where you just left off, graduates. It's so amazing to see you. And that was a wonderful production by the class presidents. Thanks for sharing that with us and for sharing yourselves with us. Each of the graduates here tonight deserves tremendous credit for their accomplishments. They are successful because of intelligence, self-discipline, hard work, effective planning, self-sacrifice, and a lot of love and support from family, many of whom are here celebrating tonight as well. Every student here has successfully completed a most challenging and demanding curriculum. Tonight we honor 79 graduates of the traditional Doctor of Pharmacy program, and we are immensely proud of each of you. We will now begin our awards. As each award recipient is named, we will spotlight the individual's camera and invite them, if they wish, to wave and say hello to the audience. We will present our pharmacy awards in just a moment, but I would first like to announce our pharmacy graduate who was recognized by ISU as one of the university's outstanding students. The College of Pharmacy Outstanding Student Achievement Award is given in recognition of significant academic achievement and important student contributions to the College of Pharmacy. The recipient chosen was Kristen Cleverden.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the award.
As a College of Pharmacy student in Meridian, Kristen has been able to help serve the Treasure Valley community through outreach, was awarded numerous scholarships throughout her education, and received many honors, awards, and recognitions along the way. She wishes to express gratitude to the College of Pharmacy by saying that her favorite thing about ISU is people. She wrote, "Everyone provided wonderful help that allowed me to establish a great community to learn from and grow with. I had so many incredible instructors and mentors that have been influential during my 6 years at ISU. The most influential professor in Kristen's academic career was Dr. Kevin Cleveland." Of Dr. Cleveland, Kristen said, I worked alongside him in a career path internship in a medication therapy management clinic. This experience helped form my ultimate career decision, and now I plan to work in an outpatient setting, helping patients manage their chronic disease states. Dr. Cleveland wrote, it has been a privilege to watch Kristen develop the compassion, advocacy, and clinical pharmacy skills that will greatly benefit her patients. She is amazing, and I know the future of the profession of pharmacy is in good hands. Congratulations to Kristen and Dr. Cleveland.
Thank you.
The Dean's Excellence Award is presented in recognition of superior scholastic performance. This year's recipients are graduating at the top of their class academically and have all earned a remarkable 4.0 grade point average in the PharmD program and will receive a personalized plaque. Corey Black. Kristen Cleverton. And Hannah Feld. Corey and Hannah from Anchorage and Kristen from the Meridian campus. The Merck Manual Awards for Academic Excellence are presented to one graduate from each campus in recognition of scholastic achievement. The 3 recipients will each receive a digital copy of the Merck Manual. For Anchorage, the nominator wrote, she is not only exceptional academically and part of the inaugural Alaska Rho Chi and Phi Lambda Sigma inductees, but a pioneer in establishing the professional traditions and culture of the campus in Alaska. She represented the program in media outlets, wrote a grant, organized a health fair, published a case report, and presented original research at national and state meetings. Corey Black. For Meridian, the nominator wrote, she has such a positive and professional influence on her classmates. She encouraged engagement in the classroom and across campuses and encompasses the best qualities a student can possess. Kathleen Bailey.
Thank you, everyone.
For Pocatello, the nominator wrote, she is an amazing and hardworking student with outstanding leadership skills. She possesses the drive, personality, and enthusiasm for moving this profession forward. Teresa Dang.
Thank you.
The Mile and Excellence in Pharmacy Awards are presented to one graduate from each campus in recognition of high academic achievement, personal motivation, and a unique ability to communicate drug information. The 3 honorees will receive a personalized Mile and Excellence in Pharmacy Award certificate and a custom framed lithograph entitled Pharmacy, A Tradition of Healing. For Anchorage, the nominator wrote, she is an exceptional student with an outstanding future pharmacist who demonstrates dedication to the profession and strives for continued improvement in practice. She uses motivational interview techniques to help patients understand their medication regimens. Hannah Feld. There she is. For Meridian, the nominator wrote, she is resourceful and she has excellent communication skills, which was incredible while on academic rotation with me. Her incredible motivation and drive resulted in a highly praised statewide Project ECHO presentation on opioids. Kaylee Moretto. For Pocatello, the nominator wrote, he has the drug knowledge, but more importantly, the interpersonal skills to successfully pass on drug information and create trust with providers. Since I first met him, he has been motivated to push the profession forward. He will be an amazing pharmacist. Kevin Perman.
Thank you.
The Excellence in Pharmacy Leadership and Advocacy Awards are presented to one graduate from each campus in recognition of outstanding leadership and commitment to advancing pharmacy practice. The 3 recipients will receive a personalized plaque. For Anchorage, the nominator wrote, "He played a large role in developing student relations with the Alaska Pharmacists Association and creating opportunities for student involvement. He was the first student representative on the state association board, establishing the role, legacy, and example for his successors to follow. Notable is his leadership in the legislative and advocacy initiatives around the opioid crisis, PBM regulation, pharmacist provider status, and the COVID-19 crisis." Alex Marinelli. For Meridian, the nominator wrote, "She was instrumental in expanding our immunization outreach. She successfully networked with statewide stakeholders to improve access of pharmacy immunization services." Kaylee Moretto.
Thank you.
Have some fans. For Pocatello, the nominator wrote, "As an MBA PharmD candidate, she completed additional business classes while working on her pharmacy requirements. The ability to perform academically at such a high level with this load is impressive, and her dual degree will position her to uniquely advance the profession of pharmacy." Karen Victor. The Wolters Kluwer Health Award of Excellence is presented to a single graduate in recognition of high academic achievement and superior verbal and written communication skills. The recipient will receive a 1-year subscription to LexiComplete mobile app from LexiComp in addition to the framed certificate. The nominator noted, "She utilized her superior communication skills to help lead the Anchorage campus expansion efforts and was an incredible ambassador for the program." Tiffany Ma.
What did they do you?
Yeah, I guess I got an award I wasn't expecting.
But you got an award?
Mm-hmm.
The Excellence in Advancing Interprofessional Education and Practice Award is presented to a single graduate in recognition of high vision and commitment to advancing interprofessional education or practice, a collaborative approach to communication and working with relevant interprofessional stakeholders, and commitment to sharing expertise by serving as a mentor or a role model in enhancing interprofessional education and practice. The recipient will receive a personalized plaque. The nominator noted, "She shined in the interprofessional realm. Her ability and willingness to collaborate with students from other programs and practitioners from other health professions is beyond admirable." Chelsea Bagby.
Thank you.
These next 5 awards are presented in recognition of delivering an exceptional senior seminar. 1 student each from Anchorage, Meridian, Pocatello, Coeur d'Alene, and Reno is selected. In Anchorage, the nominator wrote, "This seminar was selected for recognition by Anchorage faculty. She provided a comprehensive and organized review of available literature and demonstrated strength in her command of the subject material and independent preparation." Corey Black. In Meridian, the nominator wrote, "He did such a great job with his seminar. He knew the topic thoroughly, presented with great energy, and infused just the right amount of humor." Philip Bettis.
Thank you.
In Reno, the nominator noted, "She was highly professional, well-organized, and informative. The delivery was impeccable, and she answered the clinical questions from the audience with poise and confidence. This was pharmacy resident level work with minimal guidance." Marley Motier.
Thank you.
In Pocatello, the nominator wrote, "She was perfect in her delivery, demeanor, and poise while presenting her topic. The time she spent researching and preparing was evident. Her slides and handout were superb, her use of the literature flawless, and her summary conclusions and answers to questions spectacular." Karami Reed.
Woo, thank you.
And in Coeur d'Alene, the nominator noted, She not only confidently presented an outstanding seminar that engaged the audience, she also sacrificed her own time to help her colleagues with their presentations. Naomi Veloso. We will now introduce our next set of awards, the Teacher and Preceptor of the Year Awards. Dr. Jennifer Adams will MC this part of the program. Jen.
Thank you, Brooke. I too was so moved by your video and the presentation, and I agree with all of the comments in the chat. I miss you guys, and I miss being able to see you in person. The Teacher of the Year Awards recognize outstanding faculty and their abilities to teach relevant and new material, to motivate students to learn, and to maintain a high level of knowledge in their field. One teacher per department is selected by the graduating class. For the Department of Pharmacy Practice and Administrative Sciences, the nominators wrote in part, "He is a fantastic teacher, provides succinct, clear, and engaging lectures, and is a joy to learn from. He is a world-class professor and human being." Dr. Christopher Owens.
Hey, thanks everybody.
For the Department of Biomedical and Pharmaceutical Sciences, in part, the nominators wrote, "He is such a great teacher, knows his subject well, and always came to class with a smile. There was something to learn and laugh about during every lecture." Dr. Rob Myers.
Awesome.
Type in, thank you, everybody. That means a lot or something.
Awesome.
The most influential faculty awards recognize faculty with a tremendous concern for the personal and professional growth and development of students. One faculty member per campus is selected by graduates from that campus. For Anchorage, the nominators wrote, "He's always willing to help support students and make any project happen. He helps students with individual goals and will endure anything to see students succeed." Dr. Tom Wadsworth.
Thank you.
For Meridian, the nominators wrote, "In addition to being a great teacher and preceptor, he went out of his way to also address topics like residency interviews, job applications, negotiating offers, work-life balance, financial security, and investing. He's always willing to give advice and guidance and offer support freely. I really appreciate how much I have learned from him." Dr. Mike Biddle.
Thank you, everybody. Congratulations.
For Pocatello, the nominators wrote, "She is an incredible student advocate and is committed to helping us succeed. She has the talent to make students feel capable of pursuing their life goals. I will never have another mentor give me a pep talk while brushing her dog's teeth at 11 p.m., and I am going to cherish this fun memory forever." Dr. Shanna O'Connor. Congratulations to all of these faculty. Well deserved. Our final set of awards, the Preceptor of the Year Awards, recognizes pharmacists dedicated to the practical training of our pharmacy students. In this category, one preceptor each from Anchorage, Meridian, Pocatello, Coeur d'Alene, Twin Falls, and Reno is selected by graduates from those sites. Those who are unable to be with us tonight express their gratitude for this acknowledgement. For Anchorage, the nominator wrote, "He designed the rotation to give me the opportunity to provide clinical recommendations to other pharmacy staff and providers, which truly made it feel like the clinical pharmacist is valued and a part of the patient-centered medical team." Dr. Chris Sperry. For Meridian, the nominators wrote, "He worked hard to provide individualized challenges for students and turned every situation into a hands-on learning experience. He is a phenomenal preceptor." Dr. Scott Rouse. And for Pocatello, the nominator wrote, he went out of his way to make my rotation a memorable one by setting up experiences in wound care, the infusion center, and the Cancer Institute. It really felt like he was committed to furthering my education. Dr. Justin Messenger. For Coeur d'Alene, the nominators wrote, he provided learning opportunities more than any other preceptor, made me feel important, involved, and excited to work in a hospital setting. I appreciate that he allowed for independence while making sure I was contributing to worthwhile projects the entire rotation. Dr. Steve Crenshaw. For Twin Falls, the nominators wrote, he was an amazing preceptor. He helped me identify my weaknesses and gave me tasks that would help me transform them into strengths. He challenges but supports students through engaging us in topic discussions that help us progress clinically. Dr. Ryan Burt. For Reno, the nominator wrote, she is an outstanding preceptor in every category. I absolutely loved learning geriatrics at the Sanford Center for Aging. Dr. Leslie Baker. We will now introduce our graduates. Back to you, Brooke.
We would like to recognize all the Doctor of Pharmacy graduates and invite them to recite the oath of a pharmacist. Graduates, as your name is called alphabetically, your graduation photo will be displayed. We invite you to also have your camera and microphone on and to then say hello and give a wave or a cheer if you would like. Once all the names are read, we will recite the oath. Here we go.
Oh. Alexis, send it to me.
What?
Ryan Alsop.
Hello, thank you.
Go, Mr. President.
Whoop, whoop.
Matthew Araki. Chelsea Bagby.
Hi, family.
Kathleen Bailey.
Thanks, everyone. It's been a ride.
Sage Becker.
Yay, Sage.
Yes.
Chelsea Bagby.
I don't know what you mean.
Philip Bettis.
Hello, thank you.
Corey Black.
Woo, Corey.
Yeah, we made it.
Grayson Bozen. Maggie Bradley.
Hi, thank you.
Lindsay Catlin.
Hi, thanks to all my family and friends. Love you guys.
Kylie Cerulli.
Thank you.
Christopher Chapman.
Hi, everyone.
Go, Chris.
My P1 buddy.
Caitlin Christensen.
Thank you.
Kristen Cleverton. Sarah Cox.
Hey everyone, congrats to all of us.
Jenalyn Crapuchettes. Thank you. Woo! Teresa Dang.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, everyone. Congratulations.
Hey, Dr. Dang!
Paul Davis.
Yay, Paul.
Hello, thank you.
Oh, Sierra Detweiler.
Congrats, Sierra.
Terrell Dowd. Megan Echeverria Lacrone.
Thanks, Megan. We made it.
Victoria Minari. Taylor Falucos.
Thank you. Good job, everyone. We love you, Komodo dragon.
Hannah Feld.
Yay, I'm on a mountain. Sing that, Hannah. Love you.
Megan Flandro.
Hi, everyone. Thank you. I miss you all.
Yay, Dr. Doug.
Love you, Doug.
Andres Garcia. Madeline Gonzalez.
Hi, everyone. Thank you.
Congrats, Maddie.
Nathaniel Gutierrez.
Yay, Nate! Congratulations, Nate!
Elizabeth Halcrow.
Hey, Liz.
Yes!
Drew Hall. Mallory Hanson.
Yay, finally.
Michael Hart.
Way to go, Mike.
Yeah, beat us.
Dr. Mike.
Emily Huen.
Oh my God.
Oh, bitches.
Jordan Hinckley.
Thank you.
My P3 buddy.
Cassidy Howarth.
Yay, Cassidy.
Gina Huang.
Yay, Gina.
Kaylin Hunter. Verna Jam.
Oh, Verna.
Yeah, Verna.
Thank you. Marie Jones.
Woo! Yay, Marie.
Hey, Marie. Go, Marie.
Grayson Kendall.
Thanks all.
Mackenzie Kennel. Jonathan Lai. Melvina Lake.
Thank you.
Woo! Kaylin Ludvigson.
Thank you.
Yay, Kayla.
Go, Kaylin.
Tiffany Mom.
Find the ball.
Nope.
Woo, Tiffany.
Thank you.
Natalie Mom.
You one said, love you, Hannah.
Did you hear me?
Huh?
I said bazinga.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
And then, yeah, love you, Hannah.
Oh, did you say love to Hannah?
Yeah.
Oh.
Alex
That's like-
Marinelli.
Did you say?
Congrats, Alex.
Everyone.
Woo, woo.
Angela Martin.
Thank you.
Jennifer Martin. Kaylee Moretto.
Thank you.
Kaylee.
Marley Motier. Kaylee Murphy.
Thank you.
Yeah, Kaylee.
Yeah.
Angelina Tawindo.
Yay, Tao! Good Tao, love you.
Dawn Wynn.
Thank you. If you guys can hear me.
Cheers, Tree.
Akwasi Tim.
Thanks.
Ashley Otis.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. It's been 7 years.
Woo!
We did it!
You managed it!
Kevin Perman.
Yeah, Kevin!
Thanks, everyone.
Kevin.
Yay.
Jeffrey Plant.
Thanks, everybody. I appreciate it. It's been great.
Karen.
Yes, Jeff.
Go Jeremy.
Thanks, you guys. Love you.
Kurt Remington. Maribel Rincon.
No.
Yay, Manbel.
Jacob Schimpf. Tana Schlater. Blake Schumacher.
Yeah, cheers, guys.
Good job, Balake.
Megan Seawald.
Thanks, everybody.
Christopher Smith. April Smith.
Yay.
Janelle Solbus.
Woo, Janelle.
Thank you.
Lynn Thaden.
Yay!
TJ Thompson.
Thanks, everyone. Congratulations.
Woo!
TJ.
TJ. William Thompson.
Go, Will.
Yay, Will. Jordan Trivley.
Yeah, Jordan.
Jordan. Congrats.
Garrett Ulorn.
Yay, Garrett.
Naomi Veloso.
Thank you.
Naomi.
Thank you.
Karen Victor.
Go, Karen.
Way to get it, you smarty pants.
Jason Welker.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good job, Jace.
Haley Williams.
I love you so much.
Yay.
Make your cupcakes.
Congrats,
Arlene
everyone.
Zara.
Thank you.
Alexis Zimmers.
Congrats, Lexi.
I'll now turn the time back to Dean Fitzgerald to lead the graduates in the oath of a pharmacist.
Well, thank you, Dr. Buffett, and congratulations again to all of our graduates in the class of 2020. It's now my privilege to ask our new PharmD graduates to recite the oath of a pharmacist with me. I also invite all of our pharmacists who are with us tonight to join in repeating the oath along with our new PharmD graduates. We have all of the microphones muted, but if you would, please read the oath with me, and you can see it on your screen tonight. Oath of a pharmacist. I promise to
devote myself to a
do a
lifetime of service to
others through the profession of pharmacy. In fulfilling this vow, I will consider the welfare of humanity and relief of suffering my primary concerns. I will apply my knowledge, experience, and skills to the best of my ability to assure optimal outcomes for my patients. I will respect and protect all personal and health information entrusted to me. I will accept the lifelong obligation to improve my professional knowledge and competence. I will hold myself and my colleagues to the highest principles of our profession's moral, ethical, and legal conduct. I will embrace and advocate changes that improve patient care. I will utilize my knowledge, skills, experiences, and values to prepare the next generation of pharmacists. I take these vows voluntarily with the full realization of the responsibility with which I am entrusted by the public. Thank you for reciting the oath and your commitment to the patients that you will have the privilege of serving. This concludes our program for the evening. I want to thank everyone for attending our program tonight. I think I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge the many hours that Dr. Brooke Buffett and her staff committed to developing tonight's program. And also thank you to the students who created the incredible video highlighting the outstanding members of this class of 2020. I wish all of our graduates the very best in their professional futures. It has been a privilege being a part of your education, and we know that you will make us proud. Ending this evening with a log off rather than a recessional is not the celebration that you so richly deserve. But I ask that you not let this in any way lessen your accomplishment. Nothing, including COVID-19, can take this from you. Take care of yourselves and provide to the many patients you will serve all things that accompany the privilege of holding a pharmacist's license. Good evening, and thank you again for participating in tonight's celebration.
Love you, Dr. Buffett. Thank you for everything and your committee.
Congratulations.
Star, star, star. Good job. Proud of you.
Gonna miss you so much.
Just want to say I love you all before we all leave. I know we're leaving, but this has been a great experience, and I hope to have a graduation sometime in the near future so I can see all of your lovely faces. And I think it would be cool next year if it could happen, because then we could meet up and share our experiences and what we're currently doing. So it might be a little bit cooler than actually having a graduation now. It'd be like a 1-year reunion. So I can't wait to see you all in the near future, and I know that I will.